Hello and welcome to episode 7 of our Timberborn Update 3 Harder Mode playthrough with the Iron Teeth faction. Last time we did a whole bunch more, well, you know, what we always do. Just try to get more water, build up some stuff, and try not to kill any beavers. And we did pretty well. Got into cycle 8, which now is the first cycle where it's possible for us to get a 49-day drought. And we're on day 7. And the minimum length for the temperate season is 10 days. Maximum length is 14. So it's very possible we could get a drought warning next morning in-game and have a 49-day drought right after that. Let's hope that's not the case. And before we get too far, let's briefly talk about what we're going to be doing in today's episode. So let's pause the game. You'll notice that we have a pretty good amount of water on the surface level. None of it's very deep. Most of this is 1 or 2 tiles deep. There's a couple areas here that could potentially be 3 deep if we manage to flood it a little bit more, like right here. In this area right here, but for us to get this any deeper, we're going to have to come over here and build all of this up in the levee, and that's just going to take too long for the amount of beaver power we have at hand presently. So we're not going to worry about that. We're going to leave this mostly alone as it is now, and instead focus on this area over here, most likely, because we can be pumping water out of this because it's relatively kind of isolated, because we still have the barriers here, here, and then here as well. We have all of that to mess with here. I wonder why those didn't make sounds. Maybe there's just no sound for the barriers. Anyway, we can be pumping water out of this as soon as the drought starts, because pretty much, even though this is connected right here, this whole area is more or less kind of held back in on water, especially once we have this floodgate area here finished. We can treat this as its own pumping reservoir, shut off the pumps here, 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 and here, and then just kind of let everything else take care of itself. And I think that's probably going to be the smartest thing to do. I would like today to try and get this to a full 2 deep reservoir. Right now it's at 1. And I don't think it's going to be that hard for us to do, because all we would have to accomplish really is to block off right here, these 3 probably right here, maybe 4 if we feel a little saucy. And then we have these small areas right here. Obviously we can't build on top of the barriers. I don't think we can. Can we? No, that would be really kind of cool if we could. But it's probably only a couple hundred logs worth of wood, and obviously pathing to get beavers in here to block this off. And then at the end of the upcoming drought, we'll have this be a large reservoir. We can just pump out of until it's empty and not worry about it, because there's nothing depending on the water being in here. And then this area up here, once this is all done, this will be full 2 deep. This will be 3 deep, which will be really nice, because 3 deep is enough depth if you're not pumping it to more or less survive a 49-day drought without completely running out of water, just due to evaporation. So this will kind of be our secret still have water to pump area, because even after the first, I don't know, 20 days when the water gets down, these 2 guys can get to work. Well, there's nobody in here currently because it's flooded, but these guys can get to work and have a little bit of a lifeline for water. So that'll be fine. And then, of course, when this double floodgate is all complete, this will go all the way up to the level of this little cliff right here. And all we have to do to make this 3 deep and 4 deep is just to extend the levee around this side and then this side as well, and we'll be all good to go. So that's going to be good. I don't think we can get this to full 3 depth in this episode. Maybe next one. But we can definitely get it to 2. We can definitely get this finished if we focus all of our building efforts on this area right here and this area right here, which we'll actually go ahead and do right now. Mark these as all super important. These aren't quite as important because this is not going to affect how this gets in place. We'll get that done first. That'll allow this to get up a little higher, and then of course these will be finished whenever the time is appropriate for that. But let's briefly make sure that we're going to be in good shape to complete that before we unpause. Again, I really want to make sure that we're not making any mistakes, because it's very possible we could be up right against the wall from the get-go with the 49-day drought when that takes over, and I don't want to be caught out in the rain, or I guess the lack of rain for a drought situation. We have 1,100 water stored up right now. We only have 33 beavers which means 66 water per day, which means 10 days is 660, which means 20 days is, you get the idea, 1320, whatever the math works out to. So 1100 really isn't enough. We need to make sure that it's full up. I think our full capacity right now is, yeah, right about 1700. So we're going to be building a lot more water storage. Unfortunately, we don't have enough planks or gears because we haven't really been able to invest a lot of resources into actually building the infrastructure for that. So we'll end up building a lot of these small tanks, which is going to be interesting. But I think we're going to be okay. We just have to make sure we have everything all set up. Elsewhere, food-wise, we're doing just fine. We have 840 berries. Those are good emergency food. We've got 2 farms, although they're not fully staffed, and we honestly probably need these to be fully staffed and have a 3rd farm to handle all of this. We have all this wheat we can't currently do anything with because they're not harvesting because they're focused on planting. So I could tell these guys to just harvest and start grinding up the wheat, but there's nobody to work at the windmill. So you know how it goes. It's just one of those things where we kind of bit off a little bit more than we should have been chewing at one time, and we didn't grow our population fast enough, but we now have 6 of these things, and one of these is actually about to make a beaver, and the rest of them are a little bit behind. But I'm pretty confident if we let these 6 run unchecked for probably the duration of the episode, we'll be somewhere in the neighborhood of about 60 or 70 beavers by the time it's all said and done. And I think, if we're careful, we should be able to support those full population with all of our water and our food supply if we keep growing it. So I think we've spent enough time thinking about this. Let's go ahead and unpause, let these guys get to work. We currently have our builders' huts, I wouldn't say prioritized, but they're definitely being used. That's where a lot of our labor is going. We got these guys pumping, well, at least a little bit. We'll get this all taken care of, get this, well, stuck in this place as it's supposed to go. And then that will completely close off this. Once I have all of these built, I will just delete this path, put another levee there. Then they'll get rid of these non-finished floodgates. We just need 10 more planks for that. We need 30 total planks, which means our plank dudes need to be prioritized. Now that's taken care of. That's good. We'll let them run for a little bit. And we have a whole lot of trees that haven't been cut down because, of course, we don't have enough people to run the lumberjack flags. So we'll let them take care of that as they will. It's just one of those things where it would really be nice to have another 5 beavers right now. But what can I say? We can, however, go around and take a look at our lumberjack flags that we are currently using and get rid of the ones we don't need. Like this one, there's no more trees going to be cut down over here, so that one can go bye-bye. I think we have a couple others too. This one I don't think I need to get rid of because there's still some trees over here that can be cut down, but those are all reachable by these, so we'll go ahead and get rid of that guy, and we'll get rid of that guy, even though it wasn't occupied. That will solve most of those problems. And then we have these 2 here that aren't being staffed anyway because we won't have enough. And again, that's just the way it is. But that is, always scares me when the game stutters like that. That's at least a little bit of a mitigation for our labor issues. And then I saw a couple comments saying that a lot of our trees weren't marked for cutting, and you're absolutely correct. So we'll take care of that real quick, just right off the bat. Make sure we don't get into a bad spot there. Get those all marked up. These trees are not here anymore, so we can get rid of that. And we can get rid of all of this as well. That was not the correct height. Okay, let's try that again. All right, and then get rid of that. These will all grow back. They're being harvested for their chestnuts, which is good news. Get rid of that just so we're not lagging anything that we can't be lagging here. Get rid of these. And then I think, yeah, we're not going to get any more trees grown here, so we'll go ahead and just completely unmark all of this. And all of that, too. I think we're going to be good. Not that that really makes a huge difference. But, oh, here we go. This is what happens when you try to get all this taken care of without adequately preparing the other part of the area here. So let's do that real quick. And just put in the levee there. And then I believe I was kind of hoping they would get the rest of this taken out before it got too late there to do that. So we'll make sure we put this in. We're going to do the same thing here as soon as that guy gets through there. Because we're going to have to do is make sure this is completely sealed off while this is filling up for it to go any higher. Although I think it's already flowing past. We'll get there when we get there. But this is a project that needed to be complete at some point. I will go ahead and pause that specific levee, though, because if that's built, we can't get over here. And the most important thing, after all, is for this to get done here, and then followed by that, so we can have a little bit more water stored up here that we can pump out later. So, like I said, we're going to be doing a lot more with regard to water storage. So let's go ahead and get stuff set up here. Let's put in a couple of deep water pumps over in this area. I think would be best for us to try and avoid doing any sort of other platform construction. So I think I'll leave a spot there to get across. This might actually be a... not quite. I thought that would be smarter than it actually was, but turns out I was wrong. I don't know what I'm thinking with this. Let's put these somewhere else. That's not exactly the best spot for it. Okay, we'll flip that one around. Well, I thought that would work. I don't know why. We'll put these through here. Get them all connected up. And then we can also put in a... I always click water to try and build water storage. I have no idea what is going on with me in that regard. I'll put in just a whole bunch of these. Obviously, the idea here being to minimize the distance that the pumpers here have to take their water after they pump it, and just go ahead and ease things along by taking care of this. And another thing that we need to eventually do is kind of transition this area right here away from being compartmentalized. We want to join these two, and we want to even maybe think about joining these, potentially with at least one floodgate in the middle to kind of let water equalize between them. And then we want to make sure we have at least one water dump here in case we have to emergency put water in. But that's not super important right now. We'll let them take care of what they got to build first to make sure that we're actually going to survive the drought. Well, hopefully ensure. I'm pretty confident right now, the way things go, I could survive a 30 or 35 day drought with what I think I have planned up. But if it's 49, we're going to have some problems. We're definitely going to have some questions to answer. And that's going to be potentially kind of rough. And also up here, we don't have any storage up here, so these guys are having to trek their water all over the place. Let's see, we got two here. We'll just do one of these kind of things. Yes, I know I should be building medium tanks and researching large tanks, but I don't have the capacity to make gears and planks fast enough right now. So I'd rather have the small ones and have a ton of them and maybe use slightly more resources technically and have it now versus, oh, I have to wait to build this and then all my beavers are dead, because, you know, that kind of defeats the point. We'll take it nice and easy on our single time speed until stuff is ready to go. And then I think once the drought starts, we can probably get by on 3 times speed for the entirety of it, because there's not really going to be too much we have to do. It's probably going to be mostly focused on getting this area fully dammed up and ready to go. And then messing with a little bit of this as well. But the timeline isn't super critical on that. I really want to make sure that this area is holding a lot of water. So, let's see. How are we doing here? Waiting on planks. Yep, that's about what I thought we were going to be looking at. But it is day 8. So, at the very minimum right now, we will have 3 full days on any given night that a drought warning has not yet occurred. So, I think we're in a good spot. We're doing okay. Obviously, they're not going to be building this set of pumps until all of that is taken care of, and that's fine. Because the whole point behind having this gate here, and then this set of gates here, once this is all set up, is to be able to let water out into areas where the pumps are located and rehydrate the land, and we'll be in pretty good shape there. But at the time being, we still have 20 vacancies open. And a couple of you made comments saying, hey, why don't you use the job tabs more? I never think about it. So let's take a look at it right now, see where our guys are working. We've got them in the builder's hut. That is probably the most important spot right now, short of people pumping out water. And most of these are occupied, except the ones that obviously aren't built. This one is flooded, so you know that makes sense. And this one is also flooded. This one's not built. This one's not built. This one's not built. So we're good there. We have one guy in the district center, which is fine because everything else is prioritized. Farmhouses, we probably need to have more beavers in the farmhouses. We just don't have the bodies yet. I'm not worried about food. As long as the water does not completely disappear from the entire map and our stores, we're going to be fine on food. Not worried about it. Foresters, again, I'm not super worried about those. The amount of wood we have right now, the amount of wood we're going to need, we probably don't have to prioritize these jobs, actually. So I'm going to deprioritize those, because we have plenty we can be cutting that's not getting cut right now. The grill, not super important. They are deprioritized slightly, but we will eventually probably want to get some beavers in there. Lumber mills, obviously those are important. They are prioritized. Inventors are super deprioritized. Lumberjack flags, these are all deprioritized. Why? Well, we're not in vital need of wood, so I guess that's okay. Scavenger flag is currently flooded, so that's why that's not being occupied. The water dumps are currently not necessary or not being used at all. Again, because I have it turned off. And these are actually, yeah, like there is some water in here, and it's kind of keeping a lot of this area irrigated. But since we have, well, we're not great on food. We have a lot to harvest. Okay, there we go. Beginning of day 9. So how are we looking on this? We need 6 more planks here. We need 9 more planks. Okay, so I think we're going to be fine. We just got to make sure that we can get... okay, they're supposed to be going... There you go. There you go. Get that thing done. Make your planks. We need them. We very much desperately need the planks. And it doesn't matter that the Dutch windmill is not occupied because there's no wheat being picked anyway. And there's no potatoes being grilled. We're okay. We have enough where it's not a crisis yet. But we're definitely getting there. Now, how are we looking on the rest of this? These guys... I'm just going to pause these foresters real quick. Have these guys go do something else. Speed up a little bit, see if that helps at all. Once these guys get all this stuff done, I can kind of not panic quite as much. Hopefully. We'll be fine there. Again, the goal is to have as much as possible actually retained water-wise, so we'll probably increase this to the full 2-block height just before the drought starts. Make sure we retain as much as possible. These pumps I will set to pause as soon as the drought starts. Make sure we're not pumping away water we can actually use to, you know, keep our trees and plants alive. Just kind of worries me about the lumber mills. I can't really build any more presently. How's our... Oh, hauling post. Okay, no. We can get some people in the hauling post. That's definitely important. Because they're all over these builders' huts. So let's actually get 4 of these in here. They can kind of keep these things supplied so we can get everything else done. Okay, good. This is good. that this double floodgate is built. We just have to have this one constructed. Good, 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 good. We're doing a lot better than I thought we were, and that is excellent news. Yeah, let's get our levees built here. Get that taken care of. I guess I don't need to worry about this barrier being here. I probably should get rid of it at some point, but I'm not going to spend the time and effort of the beavers to take care of that. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and prioritize these things here, these pumps. So after, go ahead and high prioritize that. After that's all taken care of, we'll be in good shape. This guy just literally needs one person to come in and, I guess, actually build it now that it's fully supplied. That's looking good. I just need more beavers, man. I think these are, it's not going to tell me how, okay, they're hungry, that's why. Beaver child. Oh, okay. Oh, it does. It does tell the path to adulthood. So we actually are pretty close to getting another 2. I like that. I like that. That's good. I did not know that feature existed. So hopefully once that's taken care of, we'll get a few more where they need to go. Is this done? It sure is. This is done. That's looking fantastic. So which now means I can come in here and put in a levee right here. Get that high priority as well. Looks like these are already done. Now, do I need planks for anything else, or can I pause these things? I don't think I'm going to need planks except for... Oh, I need gears. I need gears for the bakery. That's what it is. Okay, I have... Or do I have... I'm going to turn the gear workshop on. And then I think once this is built, we should be okay. I mean, we're fine now. It's just one of those things where it's kind of, well, which prioritization am I doing correctly? Which prioritization am I not doing correctly? And I don't want to find out because all the beavers die. So if I'm a little repetitive about some of this stuff, then, well, at least you know it's because I care. And I guess that's all we have to say about that. Now, if they can just finish this levee and get that all taken care of before it's too late here, I'm going to put us back on 20-hour working hours because this is going to be the last 2 days before the drought starts. I guess I could do 24 hours. It doesn't really matter, but they usually perform a little better when they're not completely exhausted. All right, so this guy just dropped off the last of the logs. Surprise! 24 hours. Get over here. Do your thing. All right. So that's all good to go. Now the water has to come through here. I believe if I put this up to 0.5, then that will get to about the maximum height here without flooding everything else. All right, that is good to see. This whole area over here is going to be a major focus moving forward in the drought while we're actually, taking care of all that. I think for now, though, we're looking pretty good. We're just getting as much water as we can stored up presently. We probably need to go ahead and... I will high prioritize a couple of these near each set of pumps so our guys don't have to go quite as far. Get a little bit more water started saving up. Remember that the entirety of the drought, it does not matter if there's any water in here because this isn't keeping anything alive. We're just pumping this. And we're going to just have these guys pumping the entire time. In fact, right now I might as well just go ahead and hit unpause and drought ends. I think that's attached to all of these. How are we looking on gears? All right. I can go ahead and pause both of the plank things because there are now enough logs and enough planks for us to have gears here. So that frees up a couple more jobs for everything else. We can have these guys doing construction or cutting down logs or what have you. I can also tell you that the amount of log storage we have right now is definitely not enough. It's going to be a problem when we actually get around to it. But for right now, we're fine. We're doing A-okay. Water storage here is looking fine. We're now up to half a day. So I'm going to raise the water level here. And I'm going to raise the water level here. Ah, that was a mistake on that one. That's just going to flood everything, so let's not do that. I don't know why I didn't think that was going to have any negative effect on our farms up here. So we'll have to keep this one a little bit more under control here. But now I think now is a good enough time to just go ahead and have that all taken care of. Of course, having this one set to the one height, remember it's one block higher, isn't really going to matter too much because the water is going through this set of dams up here. We will probably fix that at some point. But for the time being, I think we are about as good as we can be on water. And that's all she wrote. We're about to find out how bad this upcoming drought's about to be. So, I guess let's hope it's not a long one. But even if it is, I think we still stand a decent chance so long as we keep things under control. I just really hope it's not 49 days. Okay. 0 days. Come on. Give us our number. 39. Okay. Definitely not great, but, you know, it's not as bad as it could be. So in terms of water, looks like we're going to be okay. This, if not pumped, might dry out toward the very end, especially because this section here in the middle is separated. I'm gonna get rid of this at some point and just turn this into platforms. But again, we have to have the planks to actually do that. So let's take stock again of where we are. We have a bunch of water stored up here, which is great because we can release that as needed or we can pump out of it. So to that end, I think it would be smart for us to put in another water pump. Yeah, I'll put that right there. Get that guy to do something. And we're just building more storage here as they pump out of that side and pump out of here. That'll be very nice. 39 days is plenty of time for us to be doing a bunch of different stuff. So let's make sure that all of our beavers are taken care of with thirst and hunger. And food is definitely going to have to be a priority now because for some reason we have nobody in the farmhouse down here. And, well, you know, that's kind of a bad thing. Kind of a bad thing. So let's get these guys in here ASAP. Start harvesting this food. Because we definitely have enough. We have the resources. We just don't have the beaver power. But I believe... yeah, we should have... I almost said another beaver coming online. They're not robots. Not yet. But we're going to be just fine. We have almost 2,000 capacity for 50 beavers to survive 10 days. Remember, it is 2,000 water, I think. No. 50 times 2 is 100. Times 10 is 1,000. Okay. Again, music major math. Don't trust me for figures. Right now we have 39. Let's assume we're going to be somewhere around 50 average population for the entirety of the drought because we are going to keep growing. So 50 beavers for 10 days is 1,000 water. For 40 days is 4,000 water. We have a little bit less than half of that right now. And the amount that we can pump out is probably about equivalent to what we have stored up now, assuming that the evaporation doesn't completely kill us. So, again, I think we're in good shape. Population is going to keep increasing, and our tank capacity is going to keep increasing as we keep building. So as long as we are not wasting time and wasting beaver resources, should be okay. And now I think I'm going to go ahead and pause both of these. How many builders do we have? So I don't think we need to have... Yeah, foresters are still paused. That's okay. Because we have tons of trees right now, and tons of them are growing, and honestly, they can't really plant much of anything now anyway. Yeah, I think we're going to be fine. Yeah, we'll be okay. So, now that this is all blocked off, we'll get this built. What are they building right now anyway? Oh, duh. All the water tanks. That's kind of a little more important. Although I will go ahead and just get this pump done, because this is water that's going to be evaporating anyway. And it will all certainly be gone down to 2 even without pumping. So we might as well just pump it. Get as much out as we can. Keep our storage up. And we'll be all the better off for it. But it also wouldn't hurt if we had a little bit of storage right here as well. We can't forget also to mark these as prioritized for the haulers as they are complete, because we obviously want our haulers to fill our large ones closer to where beavers are congregating so they don't have to go all over the map. And many of you have been clamoring for aesthetics and well-being improvements to improve the speed of the beavers, and yes, we are going to get into that. It's just one of those things where, oh, let's take them off the 24-hour work cycle. Can't forget to do that, even though I definitely did. But let's just do our best to try and make sure we're all good to go there. So, easy thing to fix in terms of inspiring speed. The beavers is to do our trick with the platform. And do I have enough science for this? Yeah. And the roof's right there. That should help. Plus, the farm is kind of in a central location for both sides right here. So we'll put that in place, because they all have to pretty much go through those anyway. Okay, I need one more gear. Do I have... I'm going to have to turn the gear workshop back on just a little bit so we can finish the bakery. But, of course, we have to have somebody at the windmill to harvest, or to process the wheat that the farmers can't harvest because they're busy getting the rest of the stuff. And boy, we're eating the berries now. We're kind of in bad shape right now, folks. Let's go ahead and get these guys harvesting instead of, you know, not harvesting. Okay, building needs power. Yeah, get in here and start running. Come on. Once we get engines, it's going to be so much better. Okay, and these guys are... Why do I have all my lumberjack flags marked down? Okay, don't need that. Alright, that's done. That's done. This will have its gear momentarily as soon as that's taken care of. Maybe. That was the idea, at least. Yeah, we got to get these numbers up, because that's just going to make these guys go faster, and that is just so helpful in so many different ways. So somebody can finish this. Come on. I think what we really need is a third farmhouse, but again, I don't have enough beavers for that yet. We are definitely scrambling to try and get all that. Okay, I think we can deprioritize at least one of the builder sites. That might help us just a little bit. Okay, recipe bread is selected. These guys just have to be harvesting. It's the kind of the problem here. So I can't do anything because I don't have anything. So now I wonder... Yeah, see how much this has already gone down? Yeah, that's no bueno. But we also need these guys to keep pumping, so I can't really pull anybody off of that. So, you know, it's just one of those things that kind of makes it hard. This lumberjack is actually almost done as soon as he gets rid of these trees here. Yeah, we're actually really low on wood for some reason. Oh, we already have homeless beavers? Seriously? How do we have homeless beavers if we only have 34? Like, I don't have a second district anymore. Where's this guy? Where's this guy caught? Barracks are all full? Oh, no, no. Oh, I forgot about the children counting. I just look at this 34 number. Okay, well, I don't have the wood to build that quite yet. Where did all the wood go? Is that because... No, these are turned off. Oh, they're burning it in the grill. That's right. I always forget about that. I still haven't gotten any wheat yet. Okay. Huh. Interesting problems to have, I guess. These guys are pumping. These guys are pumping. This water is mostly full. See, I really need to be building another medium tank, but I don't have the I don't have the water for it. Okay. Now I gotta get... Okay, no, we can have... this can be filled by haulers, I believe. So if I lower the priority of the water dumps... Oh, that was already done. I think we can safely get by without those guys doing that. Get somebody else in here to cut these trees down. Come on. Except now I probably have to have these foresters planting again. I guess what I should have done is do this one first and not worry as much about here, because a lot of these guys are... well, I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? There's just the one guy working here. But we got to get this stuff replanted. So where are my beavers working up here? Are they in the pumps? Looks like they are. What a problem to have. All right. Let's deprioritize that builder's hut. You guys just gonna go do literally anything else. All right, there you go. Start cutting some trees down. Let's go. So I don't want to be in too bad of a spot here. But we're also going to need to start building walls up here for the eventual flooding of this. But I don't really want to start that until this is completely drained of water, which honestly is probably going to be sooner than I thought anyway, because this is all the amount we have. Oh, what fun. Good news is we have some grilled potatoes, we got some carrots, got a little bit of grilled chestnut, we got some sunflower seeds. I really need these guys to start getting the wheat. And they need to be planting some more too. So I guess what I should be doing is making sure these guys can go fast. But this roof piece is almost done, so that should help at least a little bit. It's got to count for something, right? Okay. Is he getting a boost? Yeah, he's getting a +1, so that helps. Shrines. Shrines. Do I have enough science for that? I sure do. I have 100. I believe that's probably going to be a smart thing for us to try to build. They don't take a lot of resources, and they seem to have a pretty good boost for our beavers here. Where's another spot I can put one of these things? I guess right here is probably okay. And then one more. Probably right there is fine. Now you'll notice we now have 38 adults, which is, I think, 8 more than we had at the start of this video, 40 minutes ago. So we're turning upward. Stuff's looking okay. We just need to make sure that we're preparing ourselves because, well, We got 35 days left in the drought, and it already seems like this is going to dry out pretty quick here. Even though we're not pumping out of it just because of evaporative stuff. Oh boy. Alright, so you are done. There is no more reason for that to be there. That's fine. Let's see, we can't get into the scrap metal storage because... or the scrap metal flag because we haven't finished that yet. This is probably one of the last ones that needs to be in place anyway when we end up flooding all of this. So I think now we don't have enough wood is the problem. Don't have enough wood. Probably need to focus on building more barracks right now so we don't have any problems with our beavers being exhausted because they had to sleep outside. So we'll get those constructed. That should take not too long, I think. They have started harvesting wheat, it looks like. Okay. I got 2 wheat. I got no wheat flour. This guy has been trying to make bread. He's just been waiting forever and ever and ever. Okay, I was going to be mad if these guys were doing something here. Alright, I think for the time being, I should probably take this guy out of the grill and focus their efforts on doing literally anything else. Like maybe lumberjacking. Or we'll put somebody back in the forester here because we got to get these trees replanted. All right, and as soon as this is dry, I guess I could kind of start it now. Not like it really matters. We'll have this come down. That'll be stairs. This should allow us to get pretty much everywhere we need to go. Go ahead and start putting out the levees here. I think what we'll end up doing... I might not actually build anything here. I might build it across right here. See if that will, see if that'll work. So if I have this all height matched to that, I think we'll be fine. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll do right here. And then I'll put that second level there so they don't get stuck. And then I think from that point, I might have to build a levee, say maybe right here or right here. Give us a few more blocks of water. Yeah, we'll do that one right there. Should be okay. This one over here is going to be... shouldn't be that big of a deal. We just got to get the guys in here to build that, and then right here will probably end up being a gate of some type. If I had to imagine. I wish I had the science to unlock the triple floodgate, because then that would get this guy. Eventually this is going to need to be 3 high, but we're just not there yet. It might actually be cheaper and easier to just kind of blow this whole thing up, deepen it that way. I don't know. I think we're going to be okay. We just need more beavers. The eternal struggle. Don't have enough beavers. So I'll leave this end open, actually. We'll just do that, and then I think I can put in a double floodgate there, and then of course we'll have to have the beavers come down this way. I know this looks kind of like a mess. Like, why are you putting all these paths here? Well, I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna finish it. We just have to have the resources to do it. I am gonna have to turn back on the plank factory, I believe, to be able to build this, because I'm gonna have to have that, and then two more stairs here, which I believe is 10 planks. 10 planks for that. I shouldn't need to build any more stairs until I get over here to kind of get access at this. But this is going to be the last kind of thing we really need to worry about. Are we full on our water storage? We are very close, so I need to be building more of that probably before I worry about anything else. Alright, so let's put those 4 in here. Guess I can unpause. I don't need this to drag on forever. I know we're not going to get everything done we need to get done in this episode. The drought will definitely be finishing in the next one. But if we can get everything more or less set up in this one, we should be okay. I'm going to prioritize these, and then I think we can put some more. Yeah, I can build another set of them over here. Yes, eventually, once I have the whole industrial thing figured out, we are going to put big tanks in. Just as kind of one of those things. Oh, this is ugly. Well, that's fine. It's just one of those things where you have to make do with what you have. And you can't get too upset about it, or else you're going to psych yourself out and make some sort of mistake. So I know this is absolutely riveting entertainment right here, watching me click the same thing 800 times. But it is important, so we're going to make sure we get all of that done correctly. And then are these all prioritized? No, they're not. Okay, let's come back and do that. There we go, repetitive mouse movements. Okay, we're looking okay. We are almost 7 days in. Probably this is going to dry out soon, but as long as we can splash water in here enough to keep these trees from dying, I'm not worried about losing water in here. I do want to make this a deeper at some point again, but we have to have explosives, and that just takes so much more time than we have right now to get all of that taken care of. This is progressing nicely. Okay, we're pumping here. Probably should have built another deep water pump over here. But once this gets down, we can have these guys working here as well. And we are steadily increasing the number of our beavers here. And we even have some bread for them to eat, which should help their mood a little bit. These guys... Okay, yeah, they got a 20% working speed boost, 15% movement speed boost. That's nice. That is very good. Okay, good. So we are starting to get a little bit of a benefit here. I'm going to turn this back to planting priority. Just to make sure... we got a decent amount of grilled carrots. Grilled potatoes. Got a decent amount of those, so I think we're looking good. This is about to dry up, and as soon as this dries up, I'm going to, of course, have to pause these. And then that's 3 beavers we can devote to doing other tasks. Like very important things such as building more water tanks and getting rid of the rest of the problems we have here. Now, how are we looking on... that's the wrong tab. There we go. Okay, so none of these are super close to growing up, but we do have 2 in the high 80s, 2 more in the 60s, and then 2 more below that. So we will we'll get there when we get there. Seems to kind of be the theme of a lot of this. But I believe we'll be okay. I'll go ahead and put on our 3 times speed. I was going to build more log storage, but we just aren't using enough of it right now. We will, I'm sure. And we're going to need more logs at some point. So I think... How many... Okay, we got... Those are full, and they are cutting down trees, so that's good. Okay, those are... Gonna open up this forester job, let them plant a little bit more here. So I really would like to have the... I don't think... There's only a couple maples that have been cut down. But the maples and the chestnuts, if those can grow before this too deep runs out of water, that'll be good. That'll give us a lot of wood to utilize there, which would be nice. Okay, this is dried up. Okay, we'll get rid of those 3. Thank you very much for your service. We'll hire you back when there's actually water here. And of course, we don't want to get rid of the barriers quite yet because there is still water here. But when that goes away, then we'll make sure that we are able to utilize that effectively as well. So, now that this is dry, I think we can come in here, check our pathing, Oh, I can't because this isn't built yet, of course. Okay, so now we have to turn on our guy right here to make some more planks for us. And once that's done, then I think we'll be good to go on our stairs over there. And we're already at 50 minutes. I know, and those of you watching, yeah, I know how much time we're in because I can see the ticker on the bottom. Well, I can't because I don't know when I'm going to stop the video, so just bear with me here. But as soon as this is done, we can get this all marked for demolition, which I can just go ahead and do now. And then we can come in here and... Nope, I didn't want to click that. Come in here and build our walls, and the next temperate season will be all good to go. I definitely say that way too much. Alright. We'll get rid of this as well. Not that it really matters for us to demolish all of it. I guess that's kind of a waste of resources. Let's check our distance on our paths. Oh, we are so good. We are so good on path distance. I just think I can make that a little longer. Yeah, they'll be able to build this no problem. I guess I don't even need the stairs here, except I already put the planks there, so who cares? That's fine. I can put in some more levees here. I'll just build those one at a time. I know it kind of drives some of you guys crazy the way I build this, but if it's dumb and it works, well, it's not really that dumb, is it? Okay, food supply is still looking pretty okay. All right, this... Wow, these are already just about full. Okay, let's prioritize all of these. Give myself a better chance of actually clicking the correct thing here. Alright, now that has dried up, which is not ideal, but we can probably let that go for at least 10 days before really worrying about the trees. So that is actually a good time for us to get rid of the barrier here. Okay, and I got somebody complaining that they don't have any trees to cut. I think... Yeah, why did I not have this? Okay, we'll get rid of that guy, because all of these can cut all of those trees, and that'll be okay. That way, mark these as prioritize. Yep. Nope, I didn't want to click that. Come on. Okay, so now our army of builders are, well, building. Go ahead and put this in place. I'm not putting any dams here because I don't want this. I want this to be as full as possible, all the way up to the top. So I think I'll go ahead and come down here. Yep, that's looking good. That'll be nice to get that done. That's finished. That's good. Come over here. We'll put that in. And then, of course, once that's all done, I can... I could probably actually just disassemble this whole thing. I'm never going to need to get back over here, am I? Get some planks back out of it. We actually have planks now. 14. Should I turn the gear thing back on? I probably should. Yeah. We are starting to get some more beavers in here. So I think it would be smart for us to start making some gears, because I'm going to need to build the larger tanks. Anyway, because we have all of our small ones are full. I don't want to just keep spending all of our wood to get all that done. Alright, those guys are doing their thing. I think it's probably about time to build another farmhouse. I thought I could build that. Okay. Well, we'll put this here. They'll be focused on harvesting. This will be focused on planting, just so we can get everything else good to go. Like, this guy's waiting on wheat. So that's a waste of labor if we don't have the wheat coming in. So these guys will be able to do that. And we are 12, 13 days into the drought, and we're already starting to get kind of into danger zone over here on this side. So before this is dry, we will be wanting to put in Probably a water dump maybe right here, and then I think we can actually, if we have... Yeah, we have enough. I'm actually going to go ahead and take out all of this. We'll let that equalize. And then I'll come in here and put in a platform right there. I hit the wrong buttons on the keyboard. Should hit W instead of S, but that's what happens when you don't look. I think they should still be able to reach all the way across here. Yes, it's just kind of a little bit longer route, so not mission critical that this gets put in, but it does need to eventually get put in. Alright, they're still building. I guess I don't really need to prioritize these so much right now. I should probably be prioritizing stuff that the beavers are actually going to use. Alright, so these trees are going to die in 8 days, 10 days, 9 days. We have enough that are still going to be watered where it's not going to be that big of a problem. These are all still perfectly fine. We're looking good here. The shrines seem to be doing something at least. I don't think I need to be worrying about... Come on. We actually don't have any injured beavers, which is good, because I don't have to spend resources on medical beds. Yeah, the science just isn't there because we don't have enough beavers to run it, but I'm sure as soon as we do, we'll be taking advantage of all those. We have 3,000 water stored up. We have 52 beavers. So theoretically, we have enough water. If we didn't grow at all, we have enough water to completely survive the drought with nobody dying of thirst. But we also need to irrigate all of our crops. So if these things ever grow dry, then we'll be kind of in trouble, but... Oh, okay, they're being filled by haulers is what it is. So, I'll tell you what. No, we don't need to worry about conserving water. We'll just keep that going, because like I just said, we have enough. Just need to make sure we don't completely run out for the sake of our plants and everything. Okay, so that's done, that's done, that's done. This is almost done. Somebody's just waiting on that to come up. So that's actually really good that that's looking like it's in a pretty decent spot, because now we can start to triple height this thing over here. And that's all very exciting. So we'll put that in there. And then we'll have to do some monkey business over here to make sure that's all taken care of. But I believe I can just put some stairs up here to finish this. That should be fine. Oh, that's right. I can't get over here because I have a... Oh, man. I did it to myself, didn't I? Alright, I'm going to move the scrap metal scavenger flag over to here. And then I guess I have to put in a staircase. Oh, I'm not always great at kind of planning out the rest of this here, am I? I was really hoping this one would be removed so I didn't have to worry about it at all. Oh, wow, they already did all this? Okay. So is this low enough? Yes, it absolutely is. I should have let them get at this first. Oh, they still can? Okay, good. So I think what we'll end up doing here now is putting in a couple of floodgates. Yeah, come grab this. Might have to put a path extension. Yep. Still too far? Good. Now they can catch that. Then I think what I'll do, put in, like I just said, double floodgate here, double floodgate here. Probably don't need it to be 6 wide. So we have, how many of these? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, we have 8. We have 8 of those, which means we need between here, here, and here. And actually, I could probably just completely replace this. Well, now I'm curious. Because I'm going to have to do something about that at some point, but I'm going to want to also do this. Just kind of thinking out loud at this point. We are pretty much out of time for today's episode, but I do want to make sure that I set some stuff into motion now that this is guaranteed to hold water for the next day. Again, we have 21 days left. We have so much time. And we can spend a lot of that time, first of all, making sure we have enough water, which we presently do, to survive. Even if we didn't get anything else pumped, I think we'll still be able to be fine. I just have to pause the breeding pods. But we have the resources right now, in terms of wood and everything, to start really kind of future-proofing a lot of this. And it would be very smart of us to do so. Like, see, like right here, this, if we had all of this taken care of over here, this could be a very nice 3-deep reservoir. And most of it is pretty well taken care of. We just need to add this here, and then have all of this come completely around to right about here, leave enough room for... Actually, no, we could just raise the pumps up 1 level. I guess that doesn't really matter. And if this gets low enough, which it's not quite yet, give it a couple more days, we can let a little bit of water out of here to kind of re-splash some of this just real quick. I think we'll be able to get this part at least 3 deep pretty easily. This part's going to take a little bit more work, and I'm not sure we can actually... Yeah, this is not going to be close enough. I think there's probably not a way for me to get any closer on this. I can definitely get this one done. Go ahead and set that into motion here. I don't know that I can get in this back corner. Probably can't. Not that that really matters. We'll just set all that in place. And I can go ahead and, drag all these guys across here. They're just not going to be able to, get to anything yet. Just wonder if I can get... Of course, these trees aren't cut down. Well, I guess I could put another one of these things in here. I don't know, stuff to think about for the future. How are we? Okay, yeah, we're starting to get a little bit dangerous here. So let's go ahead and put in a water dump right there that we can splash if we have to. We got a good amount of bread. We've got plenty of carrots. We got a lot of grilled potatoes. So our food situation is looking fantastic. Water situation is looking good as well. This area is going to be all set for, well, mostly all set. I guess it doesn't matter if these aren't built yet because I don't need it to be that high, so I guess we could just leave that there for now. Let's just double check. I have to take this out, that's right. And put in a levee there, and then this whole area will be done. 2 deep, I just have to plug this hole and then eventually plug this one as well. Okay, so I'm going to unpause that. Okay, next day these guys will take care of that one, and then we'll put one here. And that will make this whole area all good to go. That's exciting. Looking very, very good. And we're just about ready to end this episode. Just want to make sure we get a little bit more done here. Now that we are in a pretty good spot. So just to make sure that we aren't going to completely, that's not the rotate button, not going to completely screw ourselves over. Let's go ahead and just real quick put some stairs in and get rid of the pathway here. And they can build out, and I don't have to continuously monitor it. And then we'll be in good shape. This is very repetitive, but I can't use the mass delete tool because I'll probably delete the levees, and I don't want that. Alright, so we'll put in right here. This is just kind of arbitrary, I guess. I didn't have to put the levee right there. Are we below? Okay, we definitely are, which means I can get rid of all those. Probably didn't have to do it in that specific order. Alright, that did put that there, but they'll be able to access that, so that's fine. 75 logs, that's a lot of logs. Let's put our path all the way across here. They should be able to still build that far out. That's looking good. And then I think, is this, it's almost, I don't want to get rid of the water here until I absolutely have to. So we can still build kind of out like this for the time being. This will all be reclaimed. Or I could, I honestly, I could just build the wall back here and probably be fine. But I do want all of this to be flooded. We have time. We can mess with that in the next episode. Otherwise, we're looking okay. Okay, these trees are dying. I should let some water out. So let's do that right quick. Just enough to kind of re-splash some of these trees here. It's too bad about that. I had kind of forgotten about these trees a little bit. But this should keep, it'll take a couple days for this to dry out. It should keep these alive long enough. Looks like we have gears now. Looking good. Now we're up to 58 beavers. Wow, okay. We can put in a, I always want to click that. I can't. All right. Medium tank. I need to put another medium tank in. Kind of in a central-ish location. Right here is probably a good one. Mark that for water. Mark it to obtain goods from other warehouses. See if they end up... Wow, that was very fast. Alright, that's good. That'll allow them to keep pumping. Eventually, this will probably go dry pretty soon. That is already... Yeah, that's already super low. Okay, come get these logs. Then we'll get that all taken care of. And then we'll also need to, I believe, put in... Well, I guess I don't have to on this side. Or do I? Yeah, I need to build a wall here. So I'm going to unplant all of these on the edge here. Get those cut. Yeah, unplant these. It's going to take these guys probably a while to... I don't want to click on you. I want to click on your lumberjack flag. Get these trees cut. I can actually just mark those as the only ones to be cut here, which will, I think will do just to be safe. I'll have to remember to put these back, but if I'm able to do that, just unmark all of these. So they have to come cut these other things. And then we can start building our levees here. That will give us a pretty good head start on putting another level up here. So yeah, these guys have already gotten most of that done. That's good. Oh, they can't get up here to the corner. That is a problem. guess I'll just put the stairs there. That's probably the best way to go about that. Yeah, they'll take care of all that for me here. Alright, let's put in these. Yeah, come get your logs. Get them out of the way. I guess we'll just do right there. Yeah, because the rest of this is going to be fine because we'll have this whole thing dammed off. I just need to get this front wall area all taken care of. And get another gate here, I think. Yeah. So now we actually have a pretty decent number of, well, for our playthrough at least, pretty decent number of planks and some gears done. And we have enough beavers where it actually kind of makes sense to run these things nonstop. Speaking of, how are we looking on... Oh, I haven't even looked at any of these, man. See, that's why I kind of want to do another Iron Teeth playthrough on this map and just play with the aesthetic stuff. Maybe make it a little easier. I don't have the science for this yet, but I think if we had a smelter, we probably could start making explosives. Maybe next episode. Just one of those things we're going to have to do sooner rather than later. Just takes time to get there, though. As we have learned, I had vastly underplanned in terms of beaver manpower, beaver power. And we're kind of paying the price for that now a little bit. Let's put in... oh, I need stairs here. Just want to make sure we're pretty well equipped to handle most of what's coming next. Don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. So I do have to have these guys. Man, they can't get anywhere. What a mess, huh? A little bit of foresight could have made this whole process a lot easier. Whole lot easier. Well, what are you gonna do? It's not really much you can do. Except just kind of, well, now we're in the dry season. I can actually just kind of delete this and let them come over here of their own accord and take care of all that, which they should be able to do. Oh, I know what I did wrong. I haven't put in the stairs here. So I have to have stairs. Alright, so that will allow them to come over here. I think if I delete that, it should let me build in the... Oh, it didn't matter for that one. Because they can actually reach all that. I just need to make sure that this is built in the correct order. Alright. We are well and truly now in the point of ridiculousness in terms of episode length. And this is all dry. Yeah, we have 11 days left. We have 11 and a half days left. There's no water here. There's a little bit of water here, which is going to continue to be pumped. We can go ahead and pause these guys. Pause. Well, we can get rid of these two. Build all of our stuff there. Just want to make sure I get the preparations all in place now, so I don't have to stress out about it later. Okay, they're doing their thing. They're trying. Now the big question, is this long enough? Alright, that is not long enough. I really don't want to have to move the district center. I think it's fine if I do. Alright. So that's what we'll do. We'll do that. We'll move it to the other side here. See if I can find an angle where I can see the path distance over there. man. I think we're still good. Gonna move it over here. Gonna move it here. Are we still? Oh, we're so good. All right, so that now will allow us to get over here to do most of that one. Most of that one. And we're still... Oh, we're so good. All right, I'm going to move it again. I know. Why are you moving the district center so much? It's ridiculous. Don't do that. There's a reason for it. And that reason is we have to be able to survive. And that should allow us to get all the way back in the corner. I believe. As long as it lets us to get back here. Yes. Okay. That's already built, so it doesn't matter about our distance here. I will move it back. I promise. Now these guys can go back to work there. We've got all of our... We actually have unemployed beavers. What is this? That's illegal. Unemployed beavers in this day and age. Can you imagine? Well, that is all very good news. Because now I need water over here. And we actually have the resources to do it. I can put in a pair of levees maybe right here and right here. Put in a dump right here. Put in a staircase right here and some paths right here. And then that'll take care of most of this area. If that's ever dry, so then that's good. This is looking pretty good. This is taking care of most of our needs there. These are looking pretty good. We just got to get these guys to come pick up all this old stuff here. That all good to go. We'll get rid of that one. Come get your logs. I think three double floodgates should be enough. So we'll let them complete this. Just as soon as that is all taken care of, we'll fill this up with our levees again, and then, my friends, we will be all set to go. A completely ridiculous length Timberborn episode will come to a glorious, fantastic end here. Let them come collect all their scraps. Alright. So now that's going to be 2 of those. Come get your logs. I guess I could just, oh, I don't know what direction it's going to send those. Okay, there we go. Alright, that's done. That's done. I think we should be able to build those in the correct order. Put that there, put that there. Just come collect your garbage before you build anything else. And then we'll be good. They are already starting over here, so that is great to see. This is slowly being completed. We have 9 days left. Now that this is done, I can finally come over here, put in another set of levees here. I guess I shouldn't build this one quite yet. I'll just go ahead and get rid of all of this and build. I guess I can put in probably 3 of those is going to be fine. And we have access via stairs here, so I'll just add a little bit of pathwing here. There we go. That's going to be fine. Looking good. We will definitely clean up the rest of this on the next episode because there's water we've got to get out of here. And we'll be all good to go. So yeah, we got 8 days left in the drought. we've done fantastically well. We have so much water. We have so much food. We're in a very, very good spot. Going to survive no problem. And we'll keep at it in the next episode. So yeah, dawn of 8 days remaining. We're in a good spot. Again, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to watch this exceptionally long Timberborn video, but we got a lot done, and I think we're going to be in a very, very good spot moving forward, and hopefully we can finally get into some of that other stuff that isn't just, you know, trying to manage water, because as fun as that is, there's a lot more in the game we have to get to, and I hope you'll stick around for it. As always, I really appreciate reading comments, so if you have anything to say, questions, comments, concerns, want to roast me for bad gameplay or offer some helpful advice, I am all ears, so drop a comment below, say hi, I'd love to talk to you, and as always, thanks so much for watching. I really hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day, whatever it is you're doing. Stay safe, have a good time, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.